Hello and welcome to the first match of the first set of matches of the Newbie Rumble 4 tournament. In this first match we have the Hibernia class destroyer by Yetiyonga on the left versus Bunnings Warehouse by 3D Wrecker on the right. So let's take a quick look at our contestants. This is the Hibernia class destroyer by Yetiyonga. And on the right hand side we have the Bunnings Warehouse. As you can see, it's got a nice green color now, as it was supposed to have before. Let's get the match going. 3, 2, 1, fight. And those turrets are going. Missiles away. Cool 100%. And that next huge volley of missiles is away. That seemed fantastic. Wow, there is a lot of class destroyer by Yetiyonga. Well done. And we'll move on to the next round. Again, sorry. There we go. Hibernia on the left versus the Bunnings Warehouse on the right. And 3, 2, 1, fight. There's that deadly missile barrage that did so much, caused us so much trouble last time. The warehouse managing to fire, but slightly off the mark. Yep, to make it hit. And here comes that deadly volley of missiles. It's taken some bit of damage this time. But nothing noticeable. Some blocks missing on the front. And really flew over the top there. Not making anything there. But again, minimal damage. Not sure what the armament is, possibly Hesh. Which will account for the low amount of damage. Putting up a better fight this time around. Congratulations, Yetiyonga. You'll move on in the winners bracket. The Bunnings Warehouse will move down to the losers bracket. Hello again. So this will be round 2 of the first set of matches of the Newbie Rumble 4 tournament. On the left we have the Polar Star by Huginn versus the FSV-6 Marshal by Eternaldoom Newbie Rumble 4 edition on the right hand side. So let's have a look at the Polar Star quickly. So you can see it here, it looks very nice. I really like the camo paint, looks really good. Interesting armor scheme with the applique on the outside. Got the hydrophils on the bottom, bunch of cool stuff. And the FSV-6 Marshal over here by Eternaldoom. Got your pack cannons, pack turrets, on the top. And your diff guns, simple weapons for dealing with torpedoes and missiles. And yep. So let's get the match going. And 3, 2, 1, fight. Oh, there's that devastating pack, not doing too much. Oh, that volley just missing. And another one's away. Oh, doing some good damage this time. Knocked off quite a lot of blocks. And we can see some torpedoes coming in. Decoyed though. Very nice. And the Polar Star is on the retreat, I think, trying to keep its distance. Some nice hits there from the pack. So the Polar Star probably won't be firing again until around the 2-minute mark. Question is it able to keep it up? The Marshal, also being a slow firing craft, only firing the pack once every 30 seconds. We should see another volley in about 5 seconds. Let's see what sort of damage it can do. And it's firing away again. Hitting the front. Those torpedoes getting decoyed again. Both ships fairly healthy and repairing as well. Polar Star slightly ahead of materials. Both keeping a respectable distance. And there's that pack. Another percentage. Just waiting for a solid hit by the Huginn, which could be devastating. See it's shooting its torpedoes, but it's not getting consistently decoyed. Yours could be. Oh, that was a big hit. Just taken out little turns by just some blocks there. Doing something important. Oh, there must have been another hit when I turned my back for 1 second. The FSV Marshal is taking some big hits, but it's still fighting on. Looks like the all-important pack turrets are still active. Polar Star is still in reasonable shape. Ooh, another hit there. Hitting up the backside a bit. You can sort of see inside just a little bit. This may go all the way. Missing. That's unfortunate. This one over. Ooh, doing some big damage there. You can see parts of the pack cannon have fallen off, which is not a good sign. So it looks like this middle turret is disabled now. However, the Huginn is still in good shape. I believe most, if not all, of its weapons are still functional. You can see that little decoy turret. The Marshal is fast running out of materials. That pack cannon is expensive. Some good hits there. So the front pack turret is still active. Those repair blocks are are chewing away the materials, however. Only one of them hitting that. Like this time. Yeah, slightly better. Both on a similar amount of materials, the Polar Star slightly ahead on life. Taking some damage there. Polar Star possibly starting to sink, I'm not sure, it's quite low in the water. The Marshal is chewing through those resources really quickly. Polar Star has not fired for quite some time, so possibly a new volley can be expected soon. Destroyed. See those materials chunking down on the Polar Star, which I assume means that the diff guns are reloading, since those cannons are not cheap to fire. Marshal is now out of materials. However, the Polar Star doesn't seem to be firing anymore. It's still firing its torpedoes. Match. What happens with the next 30 seconds? We have to pull it. Both opponents seem no longer able to fight anymore. I feel like if the Polar Star had possibly got some more lucky hits, it may have pulled ahead in terms of health. using. I guess it's slightly top heavy. Once it loses that forward momentum, the hydrofoils are no longer able to keep it balanced. And I think I'll call it there. So this first round of this match will go to Eternal Doom, who's just ever so slightly ahead in health. Bad luck for the Polar Star. I feel like it was a very, very close match, could have gone either way. And we'll move on to the second round. This time, and the Polar Star on the right, and 3, 2, 1, fight. And that first volley is away, and it just misses completely. Well, that's making a solid hit that time, however, but not doing any major damage. Huginn is slightly ahead on life this time. That's distance. Polar Star taking a bit of damage. Nothing too important by the look of it. Pack cannons can make a big Oh, and a nice hit there. Oh, that seemed like a big hit. And it's blown a hole right in the side there. And it looks like 2 of the packs on that light back turret are quite damaged. Very bad. But you can see that brick of heavy armor in there protecting it. Huginn can make more hits like that, it could very well go in his favour. The pack's still reasonably effective, but there's still plenty of time for the Huginn to output more damage. Those shots again. Oh, devastating. I think I really took a chunk at that time. Whoa, and the detection tower is officially offline. This one looks to be quite in Polar Star's favour. The Eternal Doom is way much lower on materials remaining, while the Polar Star is on a comfortable 97% with 10,000 materials left, while the Marshal is desperately trying to repair and burning through those materials very, very quickly. The div guns on the Polar Star proving to be incredibly devastating when they hit. So the Marshal is limping a bit, possibly the engine is damaged, or possibly even the engine has been hurt. Reasonable hit, but not too much stuff. That was a great hit. And the Marshal is taking a nosedive. This is looking like a win for the Polar Star at this point. Still making a valiant effort to do some damage on those packs, but just not enough for some beacons. It's going to water. And it's over a dip and penalty points. And I think at this rate, it will disqualify itself. Down to round D. go to a third round for this match. It's anyone's game. They're both strong craft. Either could be the winner. Where are we? We are here. So we've got the Marshal on the left, Polar Star on the right, and 3, 2, 1, fight. There's that initial volley. And this is the next one. Reasonable dead. Knocking off some packs, that's quite a big thing. Reducing the Marshal's combat effectiveness, although it may be able to repair it. We'll see. Polar Star taking a hit there. Suppose that the backmost turret has been damaged. Protections for enough. Packs doing some more damage there. That seems to be firing at a reduced effectiveness. And that's repaired by the equipment. Polar Star on 28%. It's getting quite close, so it's going to be dangerous. It's taking out part of the pack there again. We get there. And then he seems to have clipped the outrigger. Not too much damage. Both opponents on relatively similar percentages. However, Polar Star has the material advantage now. Let's try to shred that back part. Firing away. Polar Star at 96%. Gonna get another volley off. Yeah. Seems like a decent hit there. Oh, it seems to have deflected. But not without doing some damage. Anyone's game. Still early days. And it seems like those torpedoes are getting through. Perhaps it looks like the decoy system may have been knocked out, so that opens the door for those torpedoes to get through. Pack seemingly less affected, not sure. But still doing some damage though. Can the Polar Star's turret still fire? Yes. Ooh, it seemed like another good hit there. Blocks flying everywhere. Oh, wow, yeah. Shredding the backside. The detection tower is gone. And here come the torpedoes. And they're getting decoyed. So the decoy system will still be active. The Marshal almost out of materials. Both opponents almost on equal percentages. Really close match. Really close match. See, the packs are still quite effective, doing a lot of damage. Just in case it's going to run out of materials pretty soon, eventually. Polar Star will have its chance. Right hitting there. Just barely missing. Comes another volley. That was good. Marshal is out of materials. Polar Star, however, is still yet to fire. And it seems to be heading to the water again. Polestar sending its torpedoes in to finish the job. Those diff guns desperately trying to pull it off. And it's too low in the water and it's starting to rack up penalty points. Not below 80%, so it's not despawning. Not yet. However, this looks like the end for the FSV-6 Marshal. And more torpedoes are coming in. Yep, it ran out of disqualification points, and that round goes to Polestar. Well done, Huginn. You'll move on in the winners bracket. The FSV-6 Marshal will move down to the losers bracket. In this match, we have the Sniper by Jeoshy on the right versus the Thorium-class destroyer by Cavalier 9 on the left. So this is the Sniper by Jeoshy. Appears to have two, I'm assuming, very powerful APS on the top and little else. Some lasers on the side for looks, I think. And a quite vulnerable backside, but I assume it's never going to be exposed, so hopefully not an issue. On the side we have the Thorium-class destroyer by Cavalier with the cobalt blue paint scheme, big fat APS on the front, laser cannons on the side, some decoys, and more decoys on the bottom. Very nice looking ship. And let's get the match underway. And 3, 2, 1, fight. And those lasers are going off. However, the NBS is also going off. The lasers not doing too appreciable damage. Let's see. Sniper on 99%. The Thorium-class destroyer slowly getting torn up by that AP Sniper's APS. Seems like some of the laser turrets have been damaged. APS not being terribly effective. Thorium down to 93%. Sniper is still on 99. That should keep its distance. Those lasers trying to shoot through water, which is probably why it's not being terribly effective. The profile of the Sniper being quite low in the water to its advantage. The Thorium-class destroyer is slowly being taken apart. So the APS has been taken out, and the laser guns still remain effective to a certain degree. This is unfortunate for the Cavalier. Still firing away with the lasers. But those APSs on the Sniper are just too devastating. Gallantly trying to fight back, and it seems like all its weapon systems are more or less gone now. An unfortunate first matchup for the Thorium-class destroyer. It's looking like a comfortable win for the Sniper. Methodically stripping away the blocks. say, just waiting for that critical hit to end it. It's pretty much scoured the outsides of the ship off. At this point, it seems unlikely that the Thorium-class destroyer will make a comeback. It appears to be quite well armoured, however. It's not going down easy. Inside. Looks like an AI weapons controller got taken out there. AI must be very well protected. Down to the 55% mark, at which point we will end this one. And it is now 2 damaged. It's helping it quite a lot. Across this tree is taking quite a bit of damage. Yes. Quite a bit off. Strafing to dodge those shots. Even this distance seems to be quite an effective strategy. Throwing plus destroyer down to 92%. Still effective to the ABS has been damaged, however. The laser system is still on. Similarly to the first round, the Jack Flair unfortunately unable to make any kind of meaningful damage. To the sniper. There's the turrets left. However, at such a range, it may not be too effective. It doesn't look like it has very many laser pulses. The top one is just not shaved off. Slowly but surely being taken apart. However, unable to close that distance. Perhaps it would have been a different story if he was able to get in close range and put those lasers to work. Unfortunately, the APS on the sniper proved to be a little bit too effective for the oil class destroyer to handle. Look inside. See the lasers back. This unit's little section of the heavy armor is where the AI is wasted away. Almost down to the 55% mark. Sniper appears to be out of materials. However, it's still firing, I think. It must have some ammo stored in the ammo loaders. Just going to take some damage when it's shooting itself. Propulsion, I believe it's steady, it's still backwards. Oh, but it's taken the fatal damage, and this round will go to the sniper once more. Well done, Jeoshy, you'll move on in the winner's bracket. Jack Cavalier, your ship will move down to the loser's bracket. In this match, we have the Cram God by Jardog123 on the left versus Ugly Ship by The Boat on the right. Let's have a look at Cram God. As you can see, it's one massively overcompensating cram cannon and some interceptors. and not a lot else. And on the right hand side, the ugly ship, which seems to be quite straightforward. APS on the front, missiles on the back, props on the bottom. And without further ado, 3, 2, 1, fight. Oh, there goes that massive cram. If it could make a hit, it could be devastating, and it falls short. The ugly boat is quite wobbly, while the cram god is taking a few hits there, but nothing too noticeable. They seem to be quite happy to just drive straight at each other, so there may be a ramming situation happening. Oh, and here comes some giant missile torpedoes. Well, taking a big hit there. If this cram can fire at this range, we have quite a good chance of making some hits. Possibly a bit damaged, however, as it's not really functional anymore. And the ugly ship is wobbling its way away. Sending some missiles to the cram god, whose turret is apparently disabled. Taking some big hits there. It's breached the bottom line. So we're taking out something important, which is firing. And it's being shredded now. The ugly ship is well ahead at 100% life, while the cram god is down to 88. Seems like the cram god is a bit of a one-trick pony, and once that is left, there's not much else for it to do other than to die. So the issues are sort of taken care of. Just giant torpedoes, making holes. And it's capsizing. Blocks are going everywhere. Things are not looking terribly good for the ugly shit, the cram god. And it's now upside down. It's going belly up. Whoa, and you can see it's got this huge hole in it. Still there. Possibly not for long. Something, but the wobbly ugly ship seems to be quite happy. It is mobile, and the ability to shoot its quick fire seems to be on the way out. I'm assuming there may have been some AI in there, I'm not sure. But there must be another one somewhere. Oh, it's just sitting there out in the open. Delicious carnage. Turrets coming in from the ship below. Some more torpedoes. I think this first round will go to the ugly ship by the boat. Strange thing to say, but strange ship name by a strange author. And move on to round 2. Once again, we've got the cram god on the left versus the ugly ship on the right. And 3, 2, 1, fight. Oh, did it just shoot itself? I think it just shot itself. I don't know how it managed that, but it just blew itself up. interceptors dealt with that torpedo quite nicely. However, we feel like the Cram has been disabled itself. The ship. The boats seem to be quite just trying with each other. They don't care. And the Cram board is back. Doesn't like it. So they leave me alone. Some big kids there. Just moving this house. Shot again, and it seems to have blown itself up. That is unfortunate. The ugly ship seems to be as planned. Devastating hit. Seems to me there's only a matter of time until the ugly ship takes this round as well. Unfortunately, one giant Cram cannon in a ship doesn't seem to be terribly effective if it can't make it hit, and if it shoots itself, it's less effective. Apparently the Cram cannon can fire again, which is surprising. I'd be surprised if we even more surprised if we can make a hit. And unfortunately, no, it doesn't. Seems like the torpedo defense was ineffective, and that's probably the end of many more Cram shots firing. And again, it is so huge, it's still can't fire. Interceptors seem to largely miss that one. Where are they going? Oh, they're trying to meet this one. Doing quite enough damage to take it out, unfortunately. And we're down to 75%. Just making it, running out of fuel at the last second. Turret taking more damage. Belly up, and starting to sink. Getting pretty good mileage out of those torpedoes. It's below 80% and sinking. This round we'll go to the ugly ship by the boat. Congratulations, you will move. The boat will move on in the winners bracket, and Jardog, your Cram God, will move down to the losers bracket. This match we've got the TM1 barge on the left by Sunny Lemonade versus the Copper Serpent by airpnp on the right. This is the TM1 barge. I quickly thrown together craft, I believe, with what looks like some APS on the top and little else. But it is quite nice, quite a nice barge. The other opponent is the Copper Serpent by airpnp. Very nice, sleek-looking craft. Almost similar kind of armaments with these similar sized APS. However, there's a bit more attention to detail in the painting and the put together of the ship. It's much less barge-like, much more sleek warship-like, so to speak. And let's get the match underway. And 3, 2, 1, fight. And they're both firing their APS at each other. Both doing similar amounts of damage, neither one, although it appears to be doing quite a bit of EMP damage to this one. Let's see some of the detection forming. Barge is taking very big hits though from these missiles, which has no defense for it. Which clearly gets done. Hits. That's one APS now. That's down as well. It's maybe a short match. These missiles with exploding damage. Seems that APS just got EMP'd. Over this, it's still through enemies and damage. Barges down to 22%. Sounds quite effective. And it seems like the detection was almost good. Seems like the APS on the Copper Serpent actually one of the backwards. See this front one firing. Quite possibly some damage to some level. The missiles, however, so it should be well defended against the EMP. Fortunately, the missiles on the back seem to have survived. Seem to be the workhorse of the damage to them. Seems like only 2 of the APSs are left to function. To take it out of these damages. So the ship is to heavy armor, so I'll take it through that. So the Copper Serpent to be completely disabled over those missiles. Doing good work. APS just got knocked off. Only one still flying, but looks like most of its range is gone. This is looking to be in the Copper Serpent's favour. Those missiles proving super effective against the barge. Game stutter there. Barge just not having enough detection to land its shots, unfortunately. And taking some big damage there. The APS on the function. And it is the barge's APS were quite effective. It had no defense against missiles, and ultimately that's essentially what did it in. It outclassed the Copper Serpent's APS, but that didn't matter, as its secondary missile system seemed more than enough to deal with it. Down to that magic 55% mark. And it's 2 damaged. To the Copper Serpent. On to the next round. Okay. Got the barge on the left and the Copper Serpent on the right. 3, 2, 1. Fight. While it has detection, quite accurate. Where those missiles are coming out. Like last turn. Meeting no resistance. missiles being left to do the necessary. Surprisingly little of the combat server's health has been removed despite at least missing 3 turrets. This leads me to believe that perhaps the turrets maybe quite cheap. Copper 7, however, is out of materials. May not be firing any more missiles. However, I don't think the barge can repair through this. I'm going to rule it as neither contestant is able to engage in combat anymore. Rather than let it play out for the next 2 minutes and 10 seconds, I think I might call it there. So I will rule this in favour of the Copper Serpent. Well done. FTD-Arena, your ship will move on in the winners bracket, and the barge by Sunny Lemonade will move down to the losers bracket. In this battle, we have a fine slice of American cheddar by Awesomeness 371 on the left side versus a totally normal barge by Johno on the right. So let's have a look at this graph quickly first. So this is the slice of American cheddar. Looks a bit like a piece of cheese. Got an absolute crap ton of casemates on the sides, very shiny. And over here we have a totally normal barge by Johno. Barge, 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 written on the top. And the weaponry is hidden inside, so I'm very curious to see just what is going to happen when it enters combat. So let's find out. 3, 2, 1, fight. Yep, there's those casemates. First barrage incoming. Not quite reaching. Totally normal barge is moving quite quickly. Second volley. Not doing much. Oh, doing a bit of damage. Taking on some blocks. Nothing too important by the look of it. Missing that time. Barge is not sure what it's doing exactly. It's sort of, I think it's trying to ram. Oh god, what is this? Oh my god. 2 giant turrets popped out of nowhere. Just blew the front off. Oh my god. Does it have any more in it? It's a one-shot trick. And it's packing its cannons back away. Possibly reload. Barge down to 98 while the slice of American cheddar is on 92, but it still looks highly functional and only blown up a few of the cannons. More damage than anything else. And the Turkish barge is potentially coming in for another shot. Will we see those cannons come out? Yep, there they are. Oh, and they're turning around. Oh my god. And it's ramming the barge now. I will note that I replaced the ram blocks with middings on the barge, so they're not actually ram blocks, they just look like it. Oh, and the barge is slightly underwater now. It's sort of popped the piece of cheddar up into the air. The barge is sinking. Oh no. Oh, but it just didn't want another pack hell, but it seems to be recovering, thankfully. Only got 7 penalty points. See that cannon, that folding out cannon? Looks to be slightly damaged. Barge is a bit wonky now. Sort of upside down. I think it must be very top heavy with that giant cannon on top. Uh-oh. It's going under again. It's not looking good. The slice of cheese has significant damage. You can see I punched a hole right through it. Unfortunately, the barge is going submarine. It's trying to find the bottom. And unfortunately disqualified itself because of it. Although that was very interesting to see happen. The giant cannons come out. Alright, this first round goes to a fine slice of American cheddar by Awesomeness, and we'll move on to the second round of this match. Got the fine slice of American cheddar on the right versus the totally normal barge, which is totally not normal, on the left. And 3, 2, 1, fight. Barge is moving in to position to do its cannon shot. The casemate's making a bit of a dint, but not too much. Barge is getting close, possibly getting close to that firing position. I imagine we'll see them emerge in a moment. Yep, there they are. And it's sort of tipping a bit due to its top heaviness. Huge hit that time, blowing off a lot of the cannons on one side. Huge gap in the side. So far it's not tipping over. This may be a win for the barge this time this round, we'll see. And it's coming in again. Will it bring out those cannons? Yep, there they are. Oh my. Yes, this is looking very much in the barge's favour. Seems like half of the ship is missing. And, the AI is still alive. It's got hidden away in here somewhere. Somehow managed to not get hit so far. Barge is coming around again with those deadly cannons hidden away. And there they are. Oh my, okay. And yes, this is devastating hits, and its AI has been destroyed. Well done, barge, you take this round, and we will move on to the third round. Alright, barge on the left and the slice of cheese on the right. 3, 2, 1, fight. Casemate volley coming in, but not quite hitting. That ever dangerous barge getting closer. I always feel like the ramming AI is a bit wonky. Unless it's a bombing AI, it could also be. It's coming in. Trying to come in on the side. No appreciable damage quite yet done. And there's those giant cannons. Oh, possibly taking some damage though. Oh, blasting a huge hole. You can see right inside. And it packs away the cannons to recharge. Coming around for another shot. Those cannons come out. Yeah, there's going to be trouble. my. And another quarter of the piece of cheddar has been sliced off, it feels like. The nose has been chopped off. About half of its guns remain. And the missile system is completely gone. And here comes another shot from the cannons. Or maybe not. Oh, there it is. Cheddar is down to 73%, but damage is very noticeable. Barge is down to 95. But not too noticeably damaged, seems largely superficial. It is managing to knock some blocks off, but not doing quite enough. And those giant guns come out to play again. Somehow the slice of cheddar is fighting on, despite being half missing. Really get a nice, good cross section of the ship. It's got less mass, so it's quite good at turning now, since there's less mass to turn. Seems like the barge has managed to pick up salvage materials from all the destruction. And another huge hit from the back cannons. Piece of cheddar is refusing to die. And who knows, maybe it can damage the propulsion like last time and cause it to go submarine. It could steal the win. Cannons are out again. This looks like another finishing blow. Yep, and it is now 2 damaged. And that is the end of the fine slice of cheddar for this match. Well done, Johno. Your barge, your totally not normal barge, will move on in the winners bracket, and the fine slice of American cheddar will move down to the losers bracket. In this match we have the Crusader class battlecruiser Mark III by Pixel on the left versus the HMS Mulligan II by Ironlad on the right. So this is the Crusader class battlecruiser Mark III, very quite plain, an absolute crap ton of missiles, big fat APSs on the top, fairly plain looking, but I'm sure deadly arsenal. And all the way over here we have the HMS Mulligan, and it's tiny. It is a ship that is comprised almost entirely out of mimics, for what it's worth. And let's get this battle started. Because this HMS Mulligan is so small, I might do it from their perspective. In 3, 2, 1, go. And you can see it is wobbling its way towards the enemy, perhaps. Missiles not knowing where to go because the radar profile is so small. APSs are completely missing, but I imagine it's only a matter of time. Missiles all detonating out in the distance. And they're flying south for the winter. So far it's an even battle. The Smoligan having taken no damage. Oh, and there it goes. But still not dead somehow. Only at 95%. However, it seems propulsion is completely gone and all that's left is a floating AI core. Seems that the Pixel has completely lost almost no idea where it is. It's got a very general idea. Its small size makes it very stealthy. Very nicely built. Expertly dodging all those APS shots. Nigh invincible craft. Not the most exciting match. The ship being very low. Protection. And then I suppose if your main arsenal is missiles, it's less important. Unfortunately, these missiles are confused. They're like, there's no craft, we can't see it. Okay. Rather than let this drag on for another 7 minutes, since I'll rule it as both participants are unable to damage each other any longer. However, the Smoligan has taken some damage, so it is in the Crusader class's favour, and we'll move on to round 2. Oh, that's not a ship. And I've lost where they are. Let's just set it up again. There we are, moving into round 2. The Crusader class Battlecruiser Mark III by Pixel on the left versus the Smoligan on the right. 3, 2, 1, fight. How long can it go before it takes damage? It's wobbling its way towards the enemy. Or maybe not even that, it may just be just wobbling in a random direction. This is why detection is important, people. Although admittedly, it may not be entirely its fault. Seems unable or unwilling to land a hit. Who would want to destroy this cute little battleship? And there it is, it's taken its first piece of damage. I don't think I'm going to let this run the whole course of 10 minutes. Mulligan is unable to fight back, while the Crusader class is the only one that actually has weaponry, and it is not taken any damage, while this Mulligan is on 99. So once again, I'm going to rule in its favor and declare the Crusader class battlecruiser the winner, while this Mulligan is unfortunately the loser. This Mulligan will move down to the losers bracket, while the Crusader class will carry on in the winners bracket. Alright, in the final match of this first set of matches, we have the FR Baneling by Takir on the right versus the Reckless Abandon by Blucinder on the left. Let's first have a look at the Reckless Abandon by Blucinder. This is it here. It's got these two APS on the top, some side-mounted crams, I think what are possibly interceptors on the sides, some flak on the back for some reason, and a fairly standard design with lots of props. And over here we have the FR Baneling FL by Takir. Very interesting looking design, very cool with the fluoro lighting. It's got APS there and two more in the back. Some torpedoes, some big torpedoes on the back. And lots of interceptors on the bottom. And yeah, let's get the battle underway. 3, 2, 1, fight. See, those crams are away. Shooting each other with the APS, but not doing very much damage. Baneling down to 99%. Blucinder is taking a bit of damage. No missile, not much missile defense on the scene. See its own missiles being decoyed. And it seems like some kind of sequence perhaps seems to be trying to target the missiles. I think. Not entirely sure. largely superficial, and there seems like there was a big hit there. Reckless Abandon is getting wrecked. And the front back APS have blasted off. It's totally functional. Appears that it's largely just a floating piece of metal now. Mainly on 100%. Looks like this round will go to the FR Baneling by Takir. And the blucinder is now sinking. It's managing to get back out of the water. Popping a wheelie. Very much practically dead. This round, just up to the 55% mark. This propulsion has been taken out as we go on. Still floating though. And when that moves it into the 2 damage territory. And this first round goes to the Baneling. And we'll move on to the next round. With the Baneling on the left versus the Reckless Abandon on the right. 3, 2, 1, fight. Reckless Abandon managing to get a little bit of damage on the Baneling. However, the missiles, that's for getting right through. Fortunately, whatever missile defenses have been set up seems quite effective. turn. So cram volley, possibly maybe making it. Not making a solid hit there, but not really doing any physical damage. Baneling is back on to almost 100%. The reckless abandon is not faring as well. Yeah, big hit there, looks like parts of the cram fallen off. See the decoy is trying to do something, but not managing it. Probably because there's no forward ignition warners, so it doesn't actually detect any missiles that are coming at it from the front. I would guess. That APS is still stuck. This is a good reason for why you should set turret restrictions so that this doesn't happen. Maybe it will turn around since or perhaps it's been disabled somehow. You can see right inside. So inside's the cache now. Possibly a block here and there being bumped off, but nothing important because it's mostly heat blocks that are being bumped off. It's abandoned down to 73%, but that back APS in a fighting position once more. Fortunately, a large part of the rest of the ship is missing. It seems like it's only a matter of time now. Somehow the back APS is still able to fire. It doesn't seem to be firing anymore. Possibly it has run out of ammo or has been really damaged. Sinking almost, but not quite. Propulsion still keeping it and managing to keep it out of the water. It'll fly back home. Sick wheelie. Unfortunately, it's probably not going to help it win. But it does earn some star points. And now the propulsion appears to be dead. And it's upside down. Almost down to the 55% mark. Oh, propulsion reactivated somehow, and it's driving into the briny deep. It's below 80% and sinking. It's had enough. Yep, so this round goes to the baneling. Well done. So the baneling by Takir will move on in the winners bracket, and the reckless abandon will move down to the losers bracket. And I'll see you in the next set of matches.